guys. Welcome to another episode of Awaken and Manifest Your Best Life with Ashley from theawakenstate.net. How is it going, guys? So last week we talked a lot about how does chakra healing work? How does it fundamentally work behind the scenes? If you don't know what I'm talking about, I highly recommend you check out that video after this video. But for just now, what I really want to talk about today is I want to dive even further into that. And most importantly, talk about the root chakra, the first chakra that we honestly develop as a child, as a baby. And one of the emphasis of the root chakra is how do you understand if you have a root chakra imbalance? How do you know if you have an imbalanced chakra versus a balanced chakra? What are the differences here of how you can understand the signs and symptoms of a balanced chakra versus an unbalanced chakra? So today I want to really dive into just that. I want to start to look at how can we start to bring in those signs so that you can see if you have an imbalanced or blocked root chakra in your own life. So let's dive into just that. Ashley here from theawakenstate.net. If you don't know me, I love to talk on all things related to the chakras, Kundalini awakening, spiritual awakening, energy work, mind-body healing, mindset tools, and most importantly, the chakra system. It's so crucial to understand how chakra healing works. And in relationship to knowing how chakra healing works, we have to start looking at, well, okay, do I have any imbalances or blocks in my chakra system? If you're going through a spiritual awakening, it might be time to really look into the mirror and see, like, do I have a blocked root chakra? Do I have signs and symptoms of a blocked root chakra? It's a very common theme to have that type of experience when we first literally go through a spiritual awakening, because a lot of that emphasis on the higher chakras and the lower chakras is bringing up so much things for you to literally heal and clear your chakra system. Now, it's very common to have a blocked or an imbalanced root chakra. I mean, I think it's safe to say that as a society, we are a very fear-driven society, and almost a lot of us have been catapulted into a survivalistic mindset for the most part through our conditioning or our past conditioning. And that's something that we personally have to consciously work through and move forward from. And a lot of the times when we have a spiritual awakening and we go through that process of spiritual awakening, we can often get caught up in these fear mentalities and get caught up in ways where fear is holding us hostage in our mind, and it's stopping us from properly healing, from moving forward, from really accessing more of that abundance mindset that I love to talk about, and so forth. So what I want to do today is just kind of break it down for you really simple, but I really want to bring an emphasis here on the main points of when something is blocked versus when it's balanced and healed, essentially in like a balanced chakra, an aligned chakra. I think I want to emphasize just why it's important to really see the difference here. So first, let's start out with, what does it mean to have a imbalanced or a blocked chakra? Now, when we come into a point of awareness of imbalance versus blocked, I know it can get a little bit, there's a little bit of gray area, right? There's a little bit of gray area. So let's just kind of break it down so it's really simple. I always like to see a blocked chakra is usually a point where it's been blocked over a period of time. And an imbalance is more so, it's like spiritual maintenance. It's just working out those kinks. It's more so where you have something come up and it's a spiritual assignment and you work through it and then you move on with your life. An imbalance is a little bit different because an imbalance can often be overactive or underactive, whereas a chakra that is completely blocked is blocked energetic flow in that particular chakra. Now, there is so many casualties to mention when it comes to the chakras, because it's a full body experience when it comes to really looking at, our past conditioning, past trauma, past emotional wounds, particular programming, what we've inherited, particular programming that we've picked up from society, particular programming that we have as a collective society, and so forth. So the main emphasis here is imbalance is usually overactive or underactive chakras, and a blocked chakra is literally a blocked chakra. It's you have blocked the flow of energy in that chakra. A blocked root chakra will have a lot of symptoms around feeling fear in their given reality. One of the hugest signs that you might have a blocked root chakra is you have a constant fear. People are out to get you. And you have like this mentality of almost like a paranoia or a sense of fear that you just don't trust the world. You don't trust being a part of the world. You feel disconnected from the world, so forth. So there's an emphasis on you don't really feel connected to society at large. And most importantly, when there's a blocked root chakra, there's a lot of emphasis on fear, in fight or flight, in running around in survival mode. Which leads me to my next point. A lot of people who have a blocked root chakra are usually in a lack mindset, and their emphasis is on lack due to survival. So they have a survivalistic mindset due to being triggered by the fear in the fight, flight, freeze response, and most importantly, that's triggering a sense of lack in their mindset. Now, when I say a lack mindset, we have to look at it like scarcity, and where we're looking at scarcity consciousness as a whole, where we're only focusing on what there isn't enough of, where it's like you look at the world and then you look at things and you're like, but there is never enough. There is never enough to go around. We're playing a zero-sum game and so forth. So there's a big emphasis here on when it comes to a blocked root chakra, our focus will always be like, there's never enough money. There's never enough groceries. There's never enough for me. There's never enough for this, and so forth. So this concept of a lack mindset is driven by the root chakra because we are lacking something. And I always like to emphasize that when you have a lack mindset, 9 times out of 10, you're lacking something. You're lacking an emotion, you're lacking a need, you're lacking something that you emotionally need to feel fulfilled. And when it comes to looking at a lack mindset, when you're in a root chakra imbalance, there's often like this concept of where you are soul starved, like you are starving your soul. You're disconnected from your soul because you are being caught up in that survivalistic mindset. I think, since the pandemic, inflation, the talks of recession, all of this can kind of trigger people because we're really in a point of just collectively where we're uprooting all that old conditioning around the lack mindset, overcoming survival, and starting to look at how can we thrive better? What systems do we need to uproot so we can thrive, and so forth? And not to go off in a tangent, but I think it's important to look at our root chakra is about our stability and our foundation of who we are. So it's like we have to realize that it is the base of the spine where the root chakra is. I don't know if you can see in the picture, but the root chakra is here. And the root chakra is at the base of the spine for a reason. It's literally our foundation of who we are as a person. So the root chakra is developed first in our infancy. And usually a lot of the time what happens with the root chakra being blocked is usually it's due to growing up in a very fearful household or trauma or anything that involves around that, and so forth. So a blocked root chakra will often be triggered by the survival brain because they are stuck in fight or flight. This concept of a blocked root chakra will be emphasis on lack and fear, and most of all uncertainty and paranoia, because there is no emphasis where their programming said that I feel safe in the world. So there was an emphasis on the world isn't safe. The world isn't safe for me. The world is something to be afraid of. The world is something that is not supportive of me, and so forth. So there's an emphasis on there's no safety and there's no support in my given reality. And this sign and symptom is very common with the root chakra because it's telling our bodies that we just don't feel safe in our body. We don't feel safe in the world, so we don't feel safe in our body, and so forth. So because of that direct influence on the subconscious brain that's coming from that survivalistic mind, looking at a root chakra block is really highly influenced by feelings of not feeling safe or supported in your life. Maybe you don't have a lot of support. Maybe you don't feel safe. Maybe you have a lot of anxiety and paranoia and where you feel like the world is out to get you. All of this can really hone in on a blocked root chakra because it means that you are more likely to start watching the news, you're more likely to look at crime, you're more likely to look at your entire mindset is wrapped around the world isn't safe. So that's what you keep projecting or feeding, or even just mentally feeding. It's not necessarily that you're attracting that, but it's more so that in the root chakra, your root chakra feels unstable. So that unstable feeling is like you have lost your proper foundation. Now, one thing I'd like to emphasize is when your root chakra is imbalanced, it sets off all the other chakras. So the other chakras also feel unstable because you don't have a root foundation to stand on. You don't have that literal connection piece to soul because you feel disconnected from soul. You have disconnected from your soul's truth. And this is what occurs because we're in the survival mind. You can't be in the survival mind and in your heightened intuition at the same time. It is physically impossible due to our biology. So it's important to look at, so what are the main signs and symptoms? A blocked root chakra, not feeling safe or secure or unsupported in their life. They will also have a lack mindset, and where they feel like there is never enough to go around and they're playing a zero-sum game. At the same time, they might feel an emphasis on looking at the world in a place of where people are out to get them and they don't feel like they can feel supported by life. Now, I know this is a lot to dig into, but what does it mean to have a balanced root chakra? What does that even look like? Balanced root chakra will feel safety and support in their life. They know that life is working in their favor for the highest good, and people want to support that. When you have a balanced root chakra, you don't just feel safe, you feel like the world is helping you. You feel like a sense of, I know that I feel safe and supported in my given reality. I know that the world is here to support me. That is a different energy entirely compared to, I don't feel safety or support and the world is out to get me. Do you see the difference? So at the same time, a balanced root chakra will be more focused on abundance and more of the abundance of life. It will be more focused on, I feel safety and support in my life, so now I know that I can have more than enough because I feel that safety and support in my life. I feel that abundance is more real than lack, and so forth. So that abundance mindset plays a crucial role in the root chakra because of we're moving away from the lack mindset and into the abundance mindset, where we know that we always have more than enough. We always are feel safe and supported in our life. And when we don't feel that way, we know that we have tools to help us get out of that mindset because of the work we've done. On a balanced root chakra feels safety and support in their body, in their life, in their world. And as a result, they feel connected to the world around them. They feel connected to people. They feel connected to society. They feel connected to who they are as a person. And most importantly, they have a sense of self-belonging. Self-belonging is a crucial point to emphasis when it comes to the root chakra. The root chakra is all about belonging. As a society, we used to have tribes. We used to have tribes of belonging in our world. We used to have communities. Before, we have modern society, our survivalistic biological mind knew that belonging to the tribe was part of how we survive. So there's a sense of belonging to self and belonging to the world that occurs in the root chakra in order for it to feel safety and balanced and healed in its literal energetic container, I guess we could say. It's programming. And the programming of the root chakra, when it's balanced, is all about, I am safe, I am supported, I am belonging. I am a state of belonging to self and belonging to the world. And so I feel connected to the world around me. So you can see there's a huge difference here between looking at the imbalanced root chakra, where I don't feel safe, I don't feel supported, the world is out to get me, versus I feel abundant, I feel safe, I feel supported, I feel tuned into my body enough to know that I am a part of the tribe. I am in a state of belonging. I am connected. So this emphasis on connection versus disconnection is huge for the root chakra, because you can start to see this maybe in your own life. Where do you feel disconnected? Where do you feel connected? Where do you feel a sense of lack? Where do you feel a sense of abundance? Where do you feel a sense of safety and support? Where do you not feel safety and support? This just quick little questions, just popping them into your mind and just fact checking what areas of my life do I feel that way? What areas of my life do I feel safety and support? What areas of my life do I not feel safety and support? And so forth will help immediately see and trigger if you have a root chakra imbalance or block. So those are the main tools that I would say are the quickest way to understand if you have an imbalanced root chakra or a balanced root chakra. And I think it's important to emphasize how they are wildly different for a reason, because what we have here is mainly you are triggering the survival mind, or you are in a completely balanced energy where you are healing your root chakra. For example, it's very easy to be triggered in that survivalistic mind due to society. And at the same time, we have a balanced root chakra, which teaches us to evolve beyond the survival mind and into a place of safety, support, belonging, and connection to self and soul ultimately. Do you feel like you have those signs or symptoms? I know this is a little bit of a hard topic. Like, if you feel that you are resonating more with an imbalanced root chakra, please reach out to me. I am more than happy to help point you in the right direction of where you need to go. The root chakra is one of our critical pieces of our energetic foundation in how we personally navigate through life. It is an important way to understand the root chakra so that you can properly heal it and manage it, because it's a beautiful chakra to ultimately connect to the abundance within you. Okay, so I think I covered what I wanted to cover. If you have any questions at all related to the root chakra, this is a topic we're actually covering in depth inside of the membership on Chakra Detox, where we're going through different energy clearing tools to learn how to properly clear and manage your own chakra system. If you're interested in learning more about the Soul Aligned Life Academy, I'll drop some links down below for you so you can check out the new membership. It is a monthly membership devoted to spiritual awakening, spiritual alignment, energy work, and most of all, owning your intuitive gifts. It is one of my greatest passions to teach energy work. Helping you learn how to access your natural intuitive gifts is my greatest passion. Yeah, this is what it's all about. So when it comes to the root chakra, if you have any questions, let me know, and let me know if you liked our videos. Hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.